Hi guys, Molly Galbraith here of mollygalbraith.com and Girls Gone Strong, bringing you your expert tip for weighttraining.com. A question I get asked a lot is how much weight should you use on a specific exercise? And that question I could talk about for about 45 minutes, but I'm going to try to give you a brief synopsis right here. First of all, obviously the weight you're going to use is going to vary a whole lot from exercise to exercise. You're going to use a lot more weight on a back squat than you would on a tricep extension, for example. For beginners, it's going to take you quite a bit more trial and error to figure out what weight challenges you without crushing you. While for someone who's a little bit more advanced, they're going to have a little bit better idea because hopefully you've been logging your stuff on weighttraining.com so you can go back and see what weights you've used previously on similar exercises. It's also really important, in my opinion, when you're doing something, for example, in the 8 rep range, that you leave a rep or two in the hole, at least on your first couple sets. If you go ahead and go to failure on your first set, it's going to take you a lot longer to recover between sets, and you might not have the gas left to hit the amount of reps that you're looking to hit. So, like I said, for beginners, it's going to take a little bit more trial and error to figure out how much weight you should be using. If it feels really easy, for example, we'll stay in the 8 rep range. If you feel like you could get 12 or 15, then you're definitely going to need to go up in weight. If you could only get 6 or 7, then you might want to back it down a little bit. And whenever you feel like, for example, if you're doing 3 sets of 8, if you can get all 3 sets of 8 without struggling too much, then it would be time to go up in weight. And again, how much you go up in weight is going to vary a lot from exercise to exercise. For example, dumbbell exercises can be a little bit more difficult. If you're moving from the 50s to the 55s, that's a 10% jump in weight. Where if you're squatting and you're moving from 200 to 205, that's more of like a 2.5% jump in weight. Let me make sure I have my math right, something like that. So anyway, like I said, for beginners, it's going to take a little bit more trial and error. If you're more advanced, you should have a better idea of how much weight to use, when you should go up in weight. Make sure you're always challenged, but don't crush yourself every set. And if you are someone who likes to go to failure, then you could maybe save that for the last set of the exercise that you're doing. So Molly Galbraith with mollygalbraith.com and Girls Gone Strong, and that's your expert tip this week for weighttraining.com.